Mexico has a lot to show, and I guess everyone right now is getting ready for that, getting ready to show the world, to show these other bars like what's here, like their passion and everything that Mexico has to offer. So I'm pretty sure that the bar community here will grow even more after that, and we'll have a lot more, I guess, connections made and brotherhood made with outside bars that will eventually start to come more often and raise the bar here in Mexico. My name is Tito Pin-Perez, and I am currently inside of Salamanca 85, where Rayo Cocktail Bar is positioned. So basically, during pandemic, there was a lot of countries were closed, and a lot of the industry was actually, not doing much, or they couldn't do much because of laws or what have you. But Mexico was one of the few countries that remained open, and is one of the few countries that stayed active in the bar community within all that. So that actually attracted a lot of people to come visit Mexico, come see Mexico. Me being one of them, and everyone fell in love. Everyone fell in love with the hospitality, with the resources that are here, fresh fruits and vegetables, and all of the possibilities, And also, like, Mexico has 7 original spirits. There's so much to work with here, and because of that, there was an influx of a lot of talented people that came to live in Mexico, and now Mexico is their home, and they're just using their creativity, everything that they've gathered, and all the knowledge that they have, and they're just implementing that with a lot of Mexican ingredients, and some amazing things are happening here. So you add a little bit of that hospitality that's already here, and you have some amazing quality products and places and people. I was born in Ecuador, but I actually lived all my life. I came to the States. I was raised in New York my whole life, and I've been living in Mexico for about a year now. I would say so, yeah, for sure. Well, where in New York, you're able to find a lot more imported goods like spirits and cordials and things like that. Here in Mexico, there's not a lot of that, but there is the opportunity to create. So actually during pandemic, there was no glass coming to Mexico. It was all being used for the vaccine. So there was a lot of spirits that were actually held that couldn't come into the States. So a lot of distilleries, they actually started making their own gins and whiskeys and vodkas. So now Mexico is super self-sufficient. Not only do we have the 7 original spirits from Mexico, but there's also amazing gins, amazing rums, amazing whiskeys made with Mexican products. And then we're using that to make some really cool riffs on classics and just like some really good, nice original cocktails as well. For sure. So we have tequila, mezcal, sotol, raicilla, bacanora, charanda, and sotol. So we have all 7. A little backstory behind Rayo. Rayo means lightning, and it comes from the pre-Hispanic legend of when there was a lightning storm over Jalisco. Down comes a lightning bolt. It strikes an agave. The ancients, they find it, they taste it, and they say, this is from the gods. So from that, we get aguamiel, which if you let it ferment naturally for a couple of days, it becomes pulque. And then a couple hundred years later, with the coming of the Spaniards, we get a lot of distillation methods. So then we get the birth of Mexican spirits. So we're a niche Mexican spirits bar with over 400 bottles of different types of Mexican spirits, the 7 original, plus we have a growing collection of the whiskeys and rums and the vodkas that have been made here in Mexico. So we do a lot of classic cocktails with a Mexican twist, and then half of our menu is original cocktails that tell of Mexican legends and stories. And then through that, we implement a lot of modern techniques and with all of like the Mexican flavor and spirits that we have here. We're one of the few bars in Mexico that we use a roller evaporator. We do a lot of different type of clarification methods for juices, For spirits, we mostly use a lot of culinary techniques for every single cocktail. Every single cocktail is paired with a garnish. The garnish is actually made by a garnish chef who we've brought onto the team. And so everything is edible. Everything pairs really well with each other. And we just love to create a lot of new ways or try to find new ways to have zero waste or to have very low waste. You know, we're very proud that we are about 60 to 70% sustainable. We love to use and reuse a lot of our ingredients, and we find a lot of really cool creative ways to do so. Yes, so actually the Gallito cocktail, speaking in, I guess, industry terms, it's a mix between a Garibaldi and a Jungle Bird cocktail, inspired by all of the actual juice stands that are found throughout all of Mexico City, where people usually start their mornings there. With a huge liter of fresh squeezed juice or fresh pressed juice. That's how I usually start my morning. And so whenever everyone is super happy here, everyone is super cordial. And so whenever here there's a term when they see you down and low and you're having trouble starting your day, they tell you ponte gallo, which means like become a rooster, like with your chest out and your head high. I love that term, so that's where the gallito comes from, but from that term ponte gallo. The inspiration behind this cocktail is you start your mornings off with a nice refreshing juice. So this cocktail is a good way to start your night. So here we have our glass with our gallito chip. We're gonna add some ice to our glass. Set. Put it to the side. And here we're gonna add 3 ounces of our gallito mix, which is basically 30 mils of mezcal. We have 30 mils of Campari, 15 mils of rum, like a dark rum. Then we also have a dash of lime juice and 15 mils of our house tropical oleo that we're making here. All set. And now we're adding our fresh juice, this is a split base between fresh pineapple and fresh orange juice. So this is 60 mils and 60 mils. And now we're gonna do a dry shake to give it a nice to let it open up, and also to give us that beautiful froth on top. All set. And here we have our Gallito cocktail. They're bitter. They're very refreshing. They're a little sweet, but everything's super well balanced. You get that touch of mezcal. You get the body and the smoke of the mezcal. You get the bitterness from the Campari, and you get that nice little I guess roundness from the dark rum. But all in all, the cocktail is bittersweet, delicious, and very refreshing. It's actually our most sold cocktail here at Rayo. So our oleo it's a maceration of a lot of citrus skins, a lemon, lime, orange, and we add some strawberries and pineapple to the mix. We macerate that in sugar for about a week, and then we basically just strain. Everything emulsifies and liquefies by itself, and all you have to do is just fine strain. It's all things that you can find at a supermarket or at your local market. And and then the rest is just fresh pressed pineapple juice and fresh squeezed orange juice. And there you have it. You have the gallito.